in the digital world. We are well known in the industries, as we cover 11 industries, where our customers are using our software to design, engineer, simulate, and produce their products with the virtual twin experience. This is coming from the aerospace, automotive industries, but also marine and offshore, life science, packaged goods, and whatever. And we are worldwide leader on this standpoint. And since 10 years, we invest strongly in digitalizing the life and the nature, the life being the human body, the organs, up to the molecules. And we made several acquisitions to position ourselves in a world leader in this topic. So we know well innovation through the eyes of our clients. There are big clients like Toyota, Boeing, Lockheed, or very small like startups. And since 5 to 6 years, we are also accelerating disruptive innovation. This is our core purpose at the lab, with a startup ecosystem or even maker ecosystems that are working together through communities in order to deliver something in common. So those new ecosystems are now innovating a lot, and we can help them thanks to the cloud and thanks to a cloud platform, so that we can reach those individuals where they are, wherever they are on the planet. And this is an evolution, I would say, of the innovation that was in the past really dedicated in large industries, internal innovation with incremental innovation. But more and more, the innovation is going outside with ecosystems, and the ecosystem is much broader with startups and people by itself. So this is an interesting topic. Since those years, we were successful to help disrupt an industry with what was successful in another industry, and to mimic some, digital transformations that was working well, for instance, in aerospace to the building construction industries. And this was obviously our purpose, with teams working strongly with those market segments and domains to really understand their concerns, their business processes, and help them to transform themselves. The 3D Experience Lab is a strong accelerator, as I said, with 3 main criteria: disruptive innovation, that called the collective intelligence, but the main criteria is a strong impact to the society. That's the main criteria since day one. As since 5 years, this 3D Experience Lab initiative started, we strongly believe that we need to inspire the industries, any players, on how to enable and empower sustainable innovation. We all agree that we need to take care of our environment, our planet, our life, and it's more and more critical, and we need to accompany and accelerate those players that need to change the game. So for instance, we are accelerating a solar autonomous drone. Those guys made successfully their first flight last summer. They stay in the sky, only powered by the sun, during 12 hours, up to 600 kilometers. So it's what we call disruptive innovation, not only to accelerate the startup by itself and to help them, but to inspire a complete industry to say that if those guys were able to do it, then we may also change change the way we are designing our products to take care of the environment. Sustainable innovation is at the heart of Dassault Systems, and we are now really accelerating into this front to inspire the entire industries. We all observed, starting early last year, that this COVID-19 pandemic was also a strong catalyst to accelerate and push the envelope. Obviously, as everyone, we have been hurt by this virus, starting through China, where we have some colleagues there, helping the one hospital to be simulated with airflow simulation in order to best design it and for them to produce it. And it was a kind of record in a week. And then we used our data intelligence tools in order to understand this pandemic, to understand where it goes, to understand the critical shortages and needs. And very clearly and very quickly, early last year, we understood that there were a lot of shortages in ventilators, in protections, and people were working in their area alone, trying to help, but doing the same mistakes, doing the same, starting from the same blank page. So we decided to create an open community, Open COVID-19, free of charge, available for everyone, so that every maker, every engineer, every industrial were willing to help, to bring their know-how, to bring their workforce, work together in order to deliver what were expected, what were missing. And in very quickly, we had many people, many projects. We accelerated more than 150 projects. Some in India, by the way. An Indian team on the cloud were capable to design, simulate, prototype a smart ventilator in 8 days. The complete process. Working day and night on the cloud with monitoring coming from everywhere on the globe. So the power of the cloud, the power of communities, the power of collective intelligence has been revealed with this project. We also used some algorithms, some solvers that were well known in the aerospace industries, for instance, for aerodynamic computation, CFD computation, what we call. We use these techniques with the MIT to develop a model of a throat so that we can simulate what happens when someone is sneezing in front of someone else. And we could put 1 meter distance, 2 meters distance to understand the impact. We design these simulations in order to optimize the design of the face shields, of the protections, because we clearly noticed that the virus could enter everywhere, especially from the top. So we had to design the top cover of those face shields to better protect. And from that, we used those models and put them in the hospitals, because you remember at that time, many people were welcoming in their hospitals patients having COVID, and very difficult for them to protect the other patients and to protect the healthcare workers. And when the pandemic was coming in Europe, you remember it was from Italy and then from eastern of France. We had some calls from hospitals in the east of France explaining us the issue, saying that the healthcare workers were protected as much as they could, but were infected, and not knowing how they could be infected. We took the floor plan of the hospital, developed the complete hospital in 3D. We took all the assumptions on the environment characteristics, such as air conditioning, pressure, doors, windows, to understand the complete physics. And we developed a simulation model, putting the patient COVID in the place where they were welcoming those patients, and run the solver to show the complete airflow simulation. And from that, the hospital managers understood that how the propagation and how the healthcare workers were infected. So it's kind of disruptive innovation, taking an innovation working in one domain, aerospace, to another domain, life science, and construction and building for the hospital. So thank you for your attention, and hope you enjoyed this session with the 3D Experience Lab from Dassault Systems. I would like to thank the Economic Times Digital Wires with this virtual summit, and hopefully you enjoyed this session. Feel free to contact me online. Thank you. Bye-bye.